And you know what that means. I'm back finally for the Nick Weitoish show here live on Sleeper Sports Media. We have, of course, the show planned for today is just quickly to go over Raw, maybe chat a little bit with anyone who's here. I see Tristan was here earlier. Thank you, Tristan, for being here in the chat there and dropping some chat and showing some love. I am getting out here a little bit late. Oh man, things here at work have been insane the last 2 weeks, and we're off tomorrow. So bank is closed tomorrow. So as anyone that doesn't know, I do work at a bank, like we've talked about before. Any of the usuals and the loyals here, whoever's in the chat now, be sure to leave a like, double tap the screen, helps me out a lot here at Sleeper Sports Media, and will help me continue to grow to where I can actually do this full time, and that is the dream. That's the goal. So that is where we're going. Tristan, thank you for coming back, and I'm glad that you're back. I'm glad that you're back with us, and that you're able to make it back for us for the show today. Again, this is the Nick Weitoish show here at Sleeper Sports Media, and it's Monday minutes. It's Monday. You know what that means. All that good stuff. We got Monday Night Raw, the final Raw for John Cena in Boston, the final time for John Cena in Boston in general. We kick things off with the preview, and we have this was not in my preview video that was live at 10 a.m. So we have the WWE Tag Team Championship match, and it's very cool that WWE is now doing putting what match it is and kind of naming with the titles there and the what the match is, and if it is a championship match or not on their graphics. So we have Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, the allies of convenience, against the Kabuki Warriors there for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Like I said, we have John Cena in Boston for the final time. We have John Cena on Raw for the second to last time. Of course, next week he is on Raw in Madison Square Garden. We have the World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk will be live. Who knows what he's going to want to talk about tonight after the events that happened last week. And then we have the Women's World Champion in action, Stephanie Vaquer versus Raquel Rodriguez. We also have two matchups in the first round for the Last Time Is Now tournament, Sheamus versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And then we also have Damian Priest versus Rusev. Shinsuke and Priest are both SmackDown talent, so they did say that this would be a mix of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT talent involved in this tournament. And it's interesting that they were picked and those matchups were picked on Raw, but they're going to switch back and forth with the talent. And right now, no NXT talent has been put into or announced for the tournament yet. We do know that LA Knight will face a mystery opponent on Friday on SmackDown. So that could be someone from NXT. It could unfortunately be not Sheamus, but it unfortunately could be Gunther. There's a lot of people that want him to return for some ungodly known reason. Want him to win and be the one to beat Cena and retire Cena. Why? I don't know. But that is on the dish there. We'll check in for the chat. Is it snowing where you're at? It is not. It's about 50 degrees here in North Carolina. I'm from Pennsylvania, so the cold does not bother me down here. I'm fine, and I'm chilling in a hoodie and some sweats or jeans or whatever. Edge for Cena's last match says, "What's up, Papa John? Thank you for joining us here on this beautiful Monday." Like I said, right now it's about 50. I'm out in my car still, which is nice. It's snowing where I'm at. I do not miss the snow. I do not envy you that if it's that it's snowing where you're at. So there is that. Yes, so that's Monday Night Raw live on Netflix, or of course, if you do have the website that the wonderful Papa John gave us, or gave me rather. I didn't get a chance to test it out on Friday because we were getting stuff ready for my family to come over the weekend, which is why I was not able to go live on both Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow, I'm not sure when I'll go live. I'm going to shoot for that 2 o'clock hour. I'm off work, so should be more than fine to go live at the normal 2 o'clock hour. Friday I did go live at about 5, and that did pretty good. So maybe we'll wait for that. But I'll be entertaining my stepdaughter tomorrow, so who knows when I'll be able to actually go live for tomorrow. But that was the Monday Night Raw part of the show. We got the preview for that done. I haven't gotten the vertical graphics for SmackDown yet. But this was Collision from Saturday, Roderick Strong and Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley would drop that one, I think, or... Yeah, Roderick Strong picked up the win. No, I'm sorry. The heels for this one, Jon Moxley got the advantage for that. Jamie Hayter and Sky Blue. And then we had Harley Cameron and Thekla. Kyle Fletcher against it's 71 where you're at. I love that. I wish it was 71 here. That would be perfect for me. To the 38 people watching right now, holy cow. If you can double tap the screen and hit that subscribe button. 29 where Tristan's at. So I'm kind of in the middle of both of y'all. That's interesting. Yeah, if you can, thank you to the fourth one there. Our goal is always 10, but it would be awesome to hit 25. So we had Collision on Saturday. I did end up watching it. It was good. Chelsea Green, SmackDown results. I didn't get to go over SmackDown. Roderick and Marina had to act like strangers even though they are married. What's up, Elliot Richards? How are you? I think you're new here. But yeah, I noticed that too there, Papa John. My wife and I were talking about that and everything. But SmackDown, Chelsea Green wins the Women's United States Championship back. I didn't get a chance to go over and talk about SmackDown much, but we had Rey Fenix and Tala Tonga. Tala Tonga would, of course, get the win. Ilya Dragunov defended his United States Championship in an open challenge for the third week in a row, would pick up another win. They're doing this side angle with Tommaso Ciampa, trying to get a U.S. title match, but everyone keeps jumping in front of him. This week was Johnny Gargano, his own tag team partner. There was a backstage segment with those two and DIY and Fraxium. So they're, again, planting the seeds to continue that feud and that rivalry there. We also had Charlotte and Nia. We saw that Charlotte lost and dropped this one to Nia. Nia had help. Lash Legend is officially on SmackDown. It is official because on the WWE website, if you click on her profile and where her render is and everything, it now officially says SmackDown. So she has officially been called up. She is going to tag with Nia. WWE has started more storylines of IRL couples starting to have matches together. Yes, and I like it. I think it's going to help with the chemistry. CM Punk and AJ Lee, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch were obviously the pioneers for this. Recently the pioneers. I know there's been more before. But it'll be fun to see Jimmy and Naomi back together one day, teaming, and then so many others. Miz and Maurice, of course, those two, definitely pioneers for it. They should bring back the mixed match challenge. Jay Cargill came out on SmackDown and basically said, "I'm that bitch," and then walked away. That led into the Charlotte and Nia match and had the face-to-face of Jade and Charlotte. That was pretty good. And then, of course, we had Cody Rhodes on the show. He didn't say much of anything noteworthy. So there was that. We had, of course, the U.S. Championship match I talked about. Chelsea Green would win. Her and Ethan Page are now both double champions, which is very awesome. Let's see. Was there anything else on SmackDown? I don't think there was anything else on SmackDown. I just wasn't able to talk about that one. This is the official poster for War Games. I did talk about that on Friday. We still have zero build to War Games right now, but it is reported out there that Logan Paul will join the Vision. Will join Paul Heyman, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker. I still think Austin Theory will probably join as well. So that looks like, we're still need to wait, I guess. Reports out there also say Roman's going to be there at Raw. When is the next stream? We'll be tomorrow. We'll be tomorrow, Tristan. Miz and Maurice, Cody and Brandy, Punk and Lee, Johnny and Candice, Jimmy and Naomi, Jay and Jada Jay and Jada Parker is crazy. Jay, but I see what you did there. Thank you, Tristan. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm gonna shoot for 2 o'clock tomorrow. But I'll keep up. I'll put out updates. And let you know it'll be updated here in the community tab. If anything does change, so that will be that. Yeah, I mean, War Games. They gotta start building. They really gotta start building for it, because it's getting old to just wonder and question and dream book and fantasy book. Jay and Jada Parker confirmed date. I don't know. I mean, who really confirmed it? I mean, if it's not confirmed from them, then it's not really confirmed, you know. But I mean, I know what you mean. They are seen together heavily. So I get it. But I mean, Lola Vice and Damian Priest are confirmed. They would be another great mixed match. Braun Strowman and Alexa was always hilarious to me whenever they would team together. I guess that's not the vertical graphic that I have for NXT coming up. Boxing news though with Jake Paul and Jake Paul's MVP. We have Holly Holm returning to the ring for boxing. She recently signed with MVP, so I believe that's on the January 3rd card in Puerto Rico. That will also feature Amanda Serrano. It's on her Instagram. Lola introduced her boyfriend, Damian Priest. Same thing with Jada Parker. She confirmed it on her TikTok. Wow. Okay. Well, I don't have TikTok like that. So, but wow, that's interesting. So I wonder if Jay got a divorce. That's very interesting. I think people are way too invested in Jay and Jada Parker and everything, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. So, Full Gear is coming up. We talked about that on Friday. The NXT Women's Speed Tournament continues. The Last Time Is Now tournament will be on Raw for tonight. I hope they can still do something with John Cena and Dom. Wonder where Tiffany Stratton is going to go from here. The landscape of WWE has shifted very much. Mike Tyson is getting old. Yeah, that fight was something. I will say that. I'm just trying to find my other graphic here. That fight last year, I didn't get to actually watch it. That was the night that I got engaged, was the night of the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. So that was a lot of fun, but we were watching at a hotel, and the service was not great, so it kept bugging in and out and everything. So Tiffany and El Grande America, yeah, they are no longer together. Kaiser has been seen with someone from AAA. But yeah, Kaiser, I don't even think Kaiser has been dressing as El Grande as of late. I think it's someone else completely. I know there's a bunch of them, and the way that they've done that is very interesting. But shout out to Prime Energy. Can't get through my day without it, especially today because it's been insane. People just very rude today. It's Kaiser and Americano. There's 12 people watching. We're at 12 viewers and 6 likes, so we got to get some double taps on the screen. Pass our goal of 10. 25 would be awesome. Would absolutely make my day. But AEW Dynamite in Greensboro, Blood and Guts this Wednesday. I'm bummed that I can't get there. As you see here, Blood and Guts, Greensboro. They did announce that not Sting, but Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat will be live in Greensboro for Blood and Guts this Wednesday on TBS. RU2979, bro, today is my birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Please double tap the screen and I hope you'll sub, and I hope you have a great day, a great birthday. Shout out to you for spending your birthday here and listen to me ramble on about some wrestling, and um, was going to talk about the Steelers, but there is nothing much to talk about the Steelers for. They got absolutely their asses handed to them last night. Trying to copy the Attitude Era playbook on booking their pay-per-views, like and sub. I appreciate that, RU2979. Appreciate that so much, more than anyone will ever know. Here at the Nick Weitoish Show on Sleeper Sports Media, we've been building for 4 years now, coming up on year 5 in next May. Almost 5,400 subs. Lot of work has gone into these, and just bringing the passion and the love for talking and chatting wrestling, and now growing an actual audience. So I appreciate the guys, everyone, all the viewers, the guys, girls, everyone. I say guys because it's my demographic is primarily male, so I definitely appreciate it. Everyone who watches day in and day out, Monday through Sunday, when I can get a show out every single day. It is tough to do. It is very tough to do, but we'll continue to try our best and get that done. Guys in plural, regardless. Yes, absolutely, Papa John. Thank you. Appreciate that. Come my right-hand man there, Papa John. You and Tristan being, number 1 and number 2. So, yeah, we got about quite some time still. So, I wasn't able to watch Tulsa King last night. Unfortunately, I'm bummed because I was really looking forward to it. So, I'm gonna watch that probably tomorrow since I'm off tomorrow. But yeah, Tulsa King, we talk about that a lot. I'm hoping the episode last night was really good. My wife and I recently watched the Godfather trilogy. The third one wasn't it. The first one was probably the best. The second one was way too long. And then the third one just was not it. We did not get very far in that one at all. I also want to give a shout out to and let everyone know about our next episode of Monthly Mania over on Championship Harvest. This channel, my guy Hunter, a good friend of the channel, he covers independent wrestling. He's got a video coming out on December 1st. He covers MMA and the UFC and everything. So with their shift over to Paramount Plus, which is the answer to my site can play Tulsa King. Yeah, I get that, Papa John there. And yes, I agree. My favorite Christmas movie, definitely Die Hard or Elf. Yeah, I guess the original Grinch is pretty good. I'm not really a big holiday guy. I'm not really a Christmas guy. I'm just not. It just isn't the same as when I was a kid. So, it's just at that point. But back to shouting out Monthly Mania here over on Championship Harvest, where I sit down once a month and let break down the any PLE or pay-per-view over there. So make sure you go over to Championship Harvest and subscribe to him and check out that channel if you want more coverage for the UFC or MMA in general, independent wrestling, all that good stuff is over there on Championship Harvest. We'll be live there on December, believe December 1st or 2nd, whatever the second weekend of December will be our next Monthly Mania over there on his channel for Championship Harvest. So, but yes, Die Hard, Home Alone 1 and 2. Home Alones are good. I agree. Yeah, I'm just not a big Christmas guy. So, but thank you for the question there, Tristan. I appreciate it. And yes, I can't wait to be able to try that site for the TV shows there, Papa John. See if this one shows. Misfits news. KSI continues to chirp and basically say that he's done and he's no longer interested in boxing and all this and that. There was clips going around from his episode of the Sidemen podcast, whatever they're doing. They have like 84 of them on one show and just talk over each other. He's basically said that he doesn't care about the Jake fight anymore, which I don't believe. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. More big on Independence Day as my favorite holiday. Okay. Yeah, I get that. I'm right there with you. I do love the 4th of July. Grilling and cornhole and fireworks. I would take fireworks over Christmas lights any day of the week. And just the summer radio over Christmas music. Did you hear his song? KSI just lazy when it comes to boxing. Yeah, which I would say which one, but they all sound the same and they're all trash. So, yeah, he's pretty much in the thick of it. Papa John, I didn't realize that you do you follow along with the Fitzbot and the crossover scene and KSI? That he just had to. He didn't go his way. He didn't get what he wanted, so he had to learn to accept it. Given a very childish answer, and talking about how he kicked the screen after he lost. But I still hope we see that fight one day. I mean, even Mams Taylor, his manager, said that they weren't severing ties on their business part. So it's going to be very interesting to see where those two go. Nobody likes him. Yeah, I mean, over in the UK, he's big. I will say that. So, I mean, it makes sense. He's, over there, and he's one of the bigger names over there. Supposedly, Logan is joining the faction on Raw tonight. I believe that. I definitely believe that. And I'm glad, because he's been saying he wants to do some crazy stuff in a cage, and what better way to do that than at War Games? I also think Paul Heyman with Logan would be absolutely phenomenal. Paul Heyman and Logan Paul partnership, relationship, taking him under his wing, and Logan could show everyone that that he is more than just a part-timer like everyone says that he is. Also, can show that to everyone that he's more than the scammer that everyone thinks that he is. The lawsuits against him for CryptoZoo were dropped, so we can drop the bullshit scammer claims. The only big hit he's got is Prime. Shout out to Prime. His podcast has fallen off. I do miss when it was George, Logan, and Mike. But he just doesn't get any good guests as of late. I know that their last week was a boys only episode, so hopefully they get more exciting guests that, are actually exciting. I like whenever they get WWE talent or anything involved wrestling. They don't always do it. They sprinkle those episodes in, but they've pretty much gotten everyone that they can get at this point. Besides The Rock, that would be a great episode for them to get eventually. But maybe when he returns again to WWE, they can make that happen and get the final boss on Impulsive. That would do numbers. That would really, really do numbers, I would think. Stranger Things season 5 is coming out soon. I can't wait for that one. Logan Paul has been training with Lance Storm Wrestling School as well as the Nightmare Factory. I don't think Logan trains with Shane Helms, with Hurricane Helms, and he does everything in Puerto Rico. Or Orlando. He goes back and forth between those two. There, Papa John. So he doesn't do much with Cody. And Cody was just on that podcast, so he did briefly talk about Logan, but he didn't mention the fact that he's a Prime athlete, and you never see Cody drinking Prime, which is kind of crazy. So I don't know if they only did that for WrestleMania 40, but it's kind of crazy. Have you ever watched Patriots? No, I have not. Oh yeah, I gotta stop watching stuff so late. Like the Steelers getting their ass whipped last night on Sunday Night Football. Major coach, but his mic skills. I think the mic, his talent on the mic has come natural to him. His technical stuff, it's come natural. And again, from watching his vlogs, he's really just done training and stuff in Puerto Rico. I mean, he has a ring at their gym. He has a full gym. That's usually where he does his training with Helms. So Patriots is a good movie. I get that. I have to check that one out too. Yeah, but Logan could be really, really good. I wish Jake would get into wrestling, but I know he's been killing it with boxing, and I could see him slow down over the next year or two, maybe, whenever him and Yuta actually get married. And then eventually they'll have a kid. So I would think Jake will probably stop. I think Jake will probably stop boxing at that point. But again, he's got to avenge the loss against Tommy Fury. So we're going to stay tuned for them to announce that one. The rematch there in December sometime. Texans took a 19-point deficit and outscored the Jags 26-0 in the dang. I can't relate. So down 19 and came back and won 26. That's pretty awesome. I'm not as lucky with my team there, Papa John, but that's awesome to see them come back and win. How many people do you think will die on Stranger Things? Oh man, that's a tough one. Man, it depends on if they're going to continue the franchise and do spin-offs, and continue the universe where they're going to go. Anime fan 5874, hey, what's up? You think all 10 will die? Very, very likely. They very well could. End this show right here now. And we're going to see the first part of season 5 will come out on Thanksgiving. The second part on around Christmas, I think. And correct me if I'm wrong, Tristan. You've been watching since 2016. Yeah, I've watched Stranger Things since day one. I pretty much watch it all in one shot, really. 2:13 left in the third quarter. 29-10. Dang. Hey, that's something the Steelers can't do. I turned the game off last night. I turned the game off last night when it was like 25-9, or before they scored a touchdown at some point. But 2019. Okay, there you go, Tristan. Okay. Stranger Things cast did not care for the final season. Have you seen their interviews? No, the only thing I've seen so far was the Netflix, the Tadum, whenever they had that big massive event and showed trailers for all kinds of stuff, and we saw the first trailer for it. I know the premiere just happened, so haven't been able to see any interviews or anything like that, but I mean, it's time to end it and wrap it. I saw that there was something about Millie Bobby Brown and in a lawsuit or something with one of the cast members, or over like harassment or something, but it was apparently dropped or settled or something. I'm not big into the dirt sheets for news and stuff like that on like Netflix and everything. You know, every name, every character has a beat in it dies. That's interesting. That's an interesting theory, and we'll put that to the test here once it comes out. I can't wait for it to come out. I know I'm gonna binge it. I would be playing Call of Duty if I had a PS5, but I saw that they're bringing back midnight releases for COD at GameStop, which is awesome. Every name character B in the name, they die. Going to boycott Stranger Things and rather just wait for the rest of Tulsa King season 3, and see how they do season 4. Yeah, they I can't wait for them to do. I know that's renewed for season 4, and it makes sense that they would renew it and then have the spinoff come through with New Orleans Kings, Robin and Marie. I think maybe 1 to 3 people will die. I don't know who, but I think the number 1 to 3. I think that's about where I'm thinking. We got just about 15 more minutes here on the show. It's going to be another short one because I was out late to lunch and everything, but I have to go back in because we are extremely busy and have someone leaving at 3:00. I think they might be staying today. Who knows at this point? But yeah, it's been a great show. Thank you to Tristan and Papa John for holding it down in the chat and making it interesting, making it fun. So I'm not just sitting here talking to myself because no one would want that. But great preview for Raw. Raw, I hope, is exciting tonight. I hope it should be good tonight. We got 7 likes. If we can get 3 more, that would be awesome. It would make my day. Spoilers: the Stranger Things show fell off. Yeah, TikTok ruined it because people would somehow watch it first, and then it would be out on TikTok before you could actually sit down and watch it. And Mason C6T, what's up? How are you? I don't know about that one. How are you? Hopefully you'll like and sub there and join us over here at Sleeper Sports Media and the Nick Weitoish Show. Talk about wrestling, movies, TV shows, and just kind of entertainment as a whole. And eventually we're gonna keep on working and grinding until we hit that the first level of monetization, and then we'll get subscribers only. So it would be a great way for anyone to support the channel here and support me on a greater scale, maybe $2-3 a month, to get bonus streams, to get maybe bring watch-alongs back, movie nights back, or bring up movie nights, maybe fantasy leagues. Both the Texans and the Rockets had comeback wins. Love that for them. The Steelers did not. They absolutely... Oh, man. They absolutely shit the bed last night. Makes me tired of just thinking about how bad their performance was last night there, Papa John. So I'm glad the Texans were able to pull one off for you over the weekend. I was excited for prime time. I was excited to not miss it. Steelers lost. Yeah, I'm not a 76ers fan. I'm not really a basketball fan. Mainly because Pittsburgh doesn't have a team. If they would get a team, I would watch the NBA, but until Pittsburgh gets a team, no, I watch too much as it is. I can't. Penguins lost. Yeah, I am a Penguins fan. Unfortunately, I saw that they were on fire for a little bit, but those wins will come and go. So I saw Ovechkin did hit 900 career goals. That was insane. One of the GOATs. I think Crosby is the GOAT, but they're 1A and 1B. If anything, they both do different things very well, and they help their team in a big way. The both of them do. Stranger Things is coming back. I can't wait for it to come out. It's going to be a lot of fun to binge the last 3 parts of Stranger Things here. So I know nothing about NHL, but somehow I know the teams. Yeah, the NHL is fun to watch. I mean, Houston, you don't really have a hockey team around Houston, really just Dallas and well, yeah, just the Dallas Stars, and then um, trying to think. I don't think there's no other. Holy crap! It's snowing outside. Yeah, you said that earlier. There, Tristan. I do not miss the snow. I do not envy you dealing with the snow there, buddy. I really, really don't. We got about 9 more minutes. I'm gonna wrap this one up, and we'll be back again tomorrow. I don't know what time yet, so I'm gonna schedule it for the normal 2 o'clock. But Dallas Stars is the only hockey team. That's what I thought. There at Papa John. So yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow, normal time, 2 o'clock is what we'll schedule it for. I do have some other stuff that I have to do throughout the day. Have the day off, so I got to entertain the stepdaughter. Do some other things. um, 15 years ago, there was the Houston Aeros, but the Montreal club bought them. Okay, so they relocated and moved to Montreal. Okay, um, maybe they'll bring a team back and with another expansion team. I mean, for crying out loud, they put a team in Utah. So I mean, they maybe they'll bring it back. Nope, never. um, maybe the WNBA will bring a team back there then and add for Houston to get more teams and everything. I know the sports market down there is great. So rarely snows in Houston. Yep. Yep. Um, yeah, I've been told so much uh, that the weather here is Houston Comets won 4 championships in a row. I remember seeing about that whenever I first got into the WNBA. And first started watching Caitlin Clark and well, really, yeah, the WNBA. But I can't wait for that to come back in year 3. I didn't do a very good job of covering it because Caitlin didn't play. So it sucks that she was injured and didn't get to play year 2. But I mean, it is what it is. So can't wait to see her come back in year 3 and see what that season looks like. But we got a couple more minutes here. So I'll quickly go over Raw one more time before we wrap it up. And I'll get this clipped and everything. So Caitlyn is the only reason why the WNBA is watchable. Absolutely. Absolutely it is. I mean, Kate Martin was really good on that Iowa team. But she is very much a role player now with at least the last I knew she was with Golden State. So she might get shuffled around in the next couple of years for more as they expand more. But yeah, it absolutely is. Caitlin Clark is the reason why we're expanding and getting more teams added to the W. And what I mean, the other options out there for women's basketball are very slim. So I mean, you got the 3-on-3 league and all that stuff, but Angel Reese is becoming a meme. Why the WNBA sucks currently and why it's not going to change. Yeah, I mean, you have that Jen. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks because I mean, playing with a chip on your shoulder is one thing, but playing by just being a spoiled brat and wanting the attention that someone else is getting is crazy. And that's all she does. She doesn't just go out there and just play. She can't not run her mouth about Caitlyn, about this, about that, about left, about right, everything, all the above. And yeah, she runs her mouth and chirps, and it sucks that's the type of player and type of person that she is. But at the end of the day, I mean, gotta go get her money for sure. But I mean, you can do it in a better way than how she does it, how she presents it. So we got about 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna wrap this one up. It's like Ben Simmons. Yeah, I don't watch basketball, so I don't know about all the drama but I hear about it with the drama and Ben Simmons. But I'm not a Sixers fan, even though I'm from Pennsylvania. Angel Reese is the Ryback of the WNBA. All talk, no walk. Ain't that the truth? I can't stand Ryback either. So, yeah, The Sixers, the Flyers, any teams from Philly, I'm not a fan of, mainly because of the rivalry from Pittsburgh, Philly, but also I've never met a Philadelphia sports fan that hasn't turned out to be exactly what you would think a Philadelphia sports fan would be. And I've met quite a few of them. Quite a few of them. Only met a couple of 76ers fans in general, like generally basketball fans. Philly and Pittsburgh is like Dallas and Houston, absolutely. And thankfully they always come out on top for hockey. Not so much for football. That rivalry isn't quite there for football. So I'd really say the rivalry is just in hockey, really. I mean, the Pirates and Phillies, sure, they have, fun games that go back and forth or, whatever. But never, like, they never meet in the playoffs, sadly, which would be a lot of fun. I mean, the Keystone Series has never been a thing, just like the Subway Series. Both the Pirates and the Phillies are in the National League, so they'll never play each other in the World Series. I mean, it just, the Penguins and Flyers, yeah, they'll never play each other in the Stanley Cup, but, if they're ever in the conference finals and then they, end up the conference finals to get to the Stanley Cup would be an absolute grind if those two teams ever met. So, in-state rivals, but, and it can be bloody. People will go to jail over sports. Yeah, Philly gets out of control. I will say that. So does Pittsburgh in the some ways, but they at least can control themselves. They don't act like absolute idiots and don't sit there and eat horse shit or set the city on fire or flip cars or whatever. Pittsburgh wins with class, and they act like they've been there before because they have, and Philly just acts like complete and total dipshits. And that's just the way it is. And this is coming from a Pittsburgh fan. So, Texas, it's true because we got guns. That's funny and true. Funny and true there. So we got just about 2 to 3 more minutes here on the Nick Weitoish Show for Monday, November 10th, 2025. Again, I'm off work tomorrow, so I'm hoping I will be live at my normal time for 2:00. But we'll see, and I'll keep everything updated here. We'll again live post for Raw tonight. We'll also have an article out for the review for Raw and the results over on the Patreon. We'll do my best to get it over to No Dirt Sheets. Shout out to our friends at No Dirt Sheets for sure. Hoping for some War Games start. Yeah, they need to start building for War Games. 1,000%, man. It's so bad that constantly you go double PLE in a month and then you have to build a shitty 3-week build from one to the other. And everything just feels rushed. And that's where they're losing that big fight feel that we had back in the day when Roman was champion and when we knew what they were building to, because they started to build it throughout, in the second half of the year. But I mean, this year there's a chance they've essentially built up 2 men's War Games matches over building up a women's one. I mean, it's crazy. OTC versus OTT. I'm a fan of the Tribal Thief. No. Here, we acknowledge the one and only, the one, the only, the original Roman Reigns. That's who we acknowledge here. But Bronson Reed is doing some great stuff, and it's been fun to watch him as he's come back and be a part of the Vision, Paul Heyman, and Braun Breaker, and everything involved, especially after teaming with them last year, which is kind of funny. But, being added to the bloodline, but not officially explained why he's in the bloodline. So, it's fun. The Shula follow was crazy and was really funny. I will agree there. But we got about 30 seconds. I'm going to wrap it up and get on out of here. So thank you, Papa John. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you to the new subs. happy birthday to, I know it was someone's birthday. So thank you to everyone who watches on the replay, watches, on the audio. Whenever I get this uploaded to Spotify, I'll do my best to do that today. Thank you for everyone who joined, who watched, who left a like, who watches in the future, subs in the future. I can't thank you guys enough for helping me out and continuing to be the reason why I'm pushing and trying to get the 6,000 subs and just continuing to do these lives and eventually get monetized here on YouTube. But thank you again to everyone who watched. I will see you tomorrow at normal time, or as close to normal time as I possibly can. So 2 o'clock tomorrow for the Veterans Day edition of the Nick Weitoish Show here at Sleeper Sports Media. But until then, for Sleeper Sports Media, I'm Nick Weitoish, and I will see you tomorrow. This has been the Nick Weitoish Show. And again, I'll see you tomorrow at normal time, or I'll just keep you updated and it will be posted on the community tab here on the channel. But until then, we will see